Hey there, Wargamers, Justin the Iron Painter here, and you guys are tuning in for this week's video blog. I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning in to this week's video blog. I realized that obviously, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago in the last vlog, that we haven't been getting out content as quickly as I would like, but I definitely have plans for the future and where I want to go with things and what I want to be doing, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and kind of sticking it out through this storm that we're going through, and knowing that we'll be on to better things at some point in the near future. Now, I know I want to get back into doing tutorials, specifically things that are more like quick tips or a little bit easier to produce for you guys, and I want to get into doing battle reports. I'm kind of waiting to see where things go this year in terms of studio growth, if we want to call it that, so to see if we have room here and if I need to paint some terrain to have on hand where I live, or if we're going to be having to focus on working at the shop. Now, the big problem that we're having right now is with the COVID and the lockdowns and stuff, the shop is still locked down as well. There's only 3 of us that come and go, and that's Austin, Adam, and myself, the 3 people who work there, and predominantly it's Austin and myself. And for the most part, 99.99% of the time, no one else is there except for us. We've kept it locked down, and our studio space for filming battle reports and stuff has not only been locked down, but has become kind of a storage unit right now as we've been doing rapid prototyping. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned, and hopefully as we come through the other side of the pandemic, we'll be able to get some filming in. I know Hobby Dad Gaming, which is John from the community, and Lord 17C from Twitch as well, which is Bob, are both interested in coming up and participating in some battle reports with me, hopefully getting some Infinity in. We've got new 40K on the horizon, which I'm a little bit apprehensive about because I'm so far behind. I was actually doing the math today. I was talking to Table Noob from the community, Jason Murray, and I was thinking, really, from my own personal Dark Angels, when it comes to Primaris, I've painted 1 unit that I could think of. I painted my Hellblasters. Everything else is old school models. I'm not even sure if I finished any Primaris characters or HQs or anything. So yeah, I'm a bit behind. There's new models coming out. I don't have any of the old Primaris stuff painted, minus the Hellblasters. New bikes, new stuff that all looks great, but it's so much mounting on me that I haven't kept up with that now I'm just like overwhelmed, and my interest is not where it would have been because I'm so far behind. More models to buy, more stuff to paint, no time to paint it. So we'll see how things go moving into the future with 40K. I do want to get my armies ready to go and be able to play. My Chaos was painted and finished last year, I think, and we'll see. Hopefully they stack up. Hopefully those models stay relevant, which would be great because my Dark Angels are going to be a slow force to grow and rebuild. So we'll see how that moves forward. But in terms of other games to play, BattleTech Kickstarter will be shipping here in a few months, hopefully. We've got Infinity I'm working on, which I'll be giving some models to John, and Teal Security from the community gave models to John so he can paint and have a couple forces to play with me. Bob has shown some interest, and then if I get to a point where I can live stream games, which this is down the road, so you can see the hand there. I'd like to be able to live stream some smaller games that are easier for you guys to engage with me in. So like Kill Team, or maybe some Aeronautica, Infinity maybe. I also forgot to have my Star Wars Legion painted, which I'll be playing with Bob at some point. But I digress. The smaller games, Infinity, Kill Team, and Aeronautica, those would be easy ones, and maybe some BattleTech that we could play on stream. And then in the future, if we're able to get to that space that's dedicated for streaming and not just my bedroom, which behind me, bed and all that stuff, that would be really cool. I was talking to Memoff from the community, which you guys know this stuff, but if you're not aware, you just want to hear me ramble. We were talking about getting to the point where we can live stream games and getting those nameplates and stuff put on models so that people from the community who are Patreon pledgers, supporters, that's better, Patreon supporters, people from the community who have done crazy things, day one people, stuff like that, people have kind of earned a certain level or certain notoriety in the stream to have nameplates for some of the characters that we have or even just standard models and stuff that we have in the armies that are present. So when we do these games, whether it's a battle report or a live stream, I can give them those shout outs, which you guys have seen this before. I've got Billingsley as a sergeant for one of my Chaos Terminator squads. I got Sabat TC as one of my sergeants for one of my squads. I've got Brother Martinek as a biker, you know, things like that I think are really cool. I've got, totally forgot, we got Brother Bailey as a dreadnought. I've got Brother Oaks as a dreadnought, you know, so things like that, so that when you guys are participating, whether it's a live one or a filmed one that's put up after the fact, you get that good feeling knowing like, hey, that's me in Justin's army, which I think would be really cool. So I got goals, I got places I want to be with that. It's just a matter of getting there. And right now, the only thing that I can 100% focus on is Twitch. I want to be doing more film stuff. That is very difficult currently, obviously, as we've been mentioning. But I have kept up for the most part with Twitch. I still stream almost 4 days a week, every week. Some weeks it's been 3, but for the most part it's been right at 4. And as we move forward, if we're able to get the growth and get that dedicated space, we would still be streaming 3 to 4 days a week and trying to sprinkle in some live stream actual game days as well. So while we may not have filmed battle reports as frequently as we want, moving forward at that point, we'd be able to have some live sessions, which would be cool, and then try and sprinkle in some filmed stuff that we can put in on off days and things of that nature. So I've got goals, I've got places that I want to pursue, and places I want to be, and you guys are helping support that, and I appreciate it. And I realize that you know, you might want more content, we might want more filmed stuff, and it's just not coming as quickly as we want, but I appreciate you bearing with me. And on that note, I do want to segue and say a couple thank yous. We officially now have Mimoff as a Patreon supporter. Frankie Fresh is a new Patreon supporter. And this past week on stream, Mimoff came in hot with a major stream donation, major contribution. Frankie Fresh gave us a nice donation. Hanley from the community, just Hanley from Twitch, Jeff Hanley from the Facebook group came in with a big donation. We had a bunch of subs donated by Mimoff this week. We had a bunch of subs donated by Clan Wolf this week. And then we had a bunch of bits during the stream. I can't remember everyone who threw bits at me, but I know that Nomadic Chris spammed a whole bunch during that live stream this week. So a big thank you to all you guys for helping push this in a positive direction, for helping contribute to what I'm doing, even when I'm not doing everything I want to be doing. I'm still doing the best that I can currently, and I really do appreciate it. You guys are doing a lot, and it means a lot. And I hope that I never let you down, and I hope that we continue to produce content in the future and hopefully get to doing the better and bigger and cooler things as we grow. Now, on that note, I don't want to just ramble about, woe is me, I want to be doing more, the world sucks because I can't play games with people, and oh no, 40K is coming, and I don't have new models, and whatever that crap is. I don't want to just be on that and be mopey. I want to end on some positive notes today, and not just the ones that I talk about in Twitch and try to motivate people. I want to talk about some minis. So we're going to transition over here to the other camera, and I'll show you guys you know, what we've been working on the last week or two, give you some updates. If you've been following the Twitch streams, you've seen these models. If you haven't, then it's going to get you up to speed on what I've been working on. So let's go ahead and rotate the camera around here, and I'll show you guys what I'm working on. Alright, so what have we been working on the last couple of weeks? Well, if you've been following the stream, you definitely know I've been working on some Infinity. It's definitely slow going. I'm pretty sure that we showcased these on stream and maybe in my last video, but if they weren't in the last vlog, here is the update on the minis. We got these from Corvus Belli as a gift to produce content with here on Twitch and YouTube, and I also bought an extra box of the main set and the Dire Foes box as well, so that we could do some giveaways. So here's some updates on the minis I've been working on. Like I said, if you guys have been following on stream, then you've seen all of these, but if you haven't, then you may not be aware of what I've been working on. Now, it may be kind of hard to see some of the details here, but all the areas that are much more prominently white are the areas I've been working on. The gray areas that remain, that haven't been touched with white, are generally going to be changed. Like his pants are going to be like khaki. We're going to have blue colors on here, browns, blacks, some darker grays to kind of give the illusion of silver, and things of that nature. Obviously, obviously some flesh tones on his face there. Man, I had like a little hair just flying around my throat there. Made me sound real dumb. But yeah, so it can be kind of hard to see exactly what we got going on here because it's kind of grayscale with white on it. But hopefully that gives you an idea of where we're going to be going with these minis. Here's one. This is a good juxtaposition here. SAT word for the day, where you can see, let's rotate around. You can kind of see her arm versus his arm, and now it's a lot more prominent, the differences between the two. So this is one I have not addressed yet with the white. Well, this is a very long time consuming process, but I really want to do these guys right and do them justice on the tabletop so they look super good. And I'm pretty excited about where they're going. Now this guy's not been touched either, but on our tabletop, looking pretty cool. And then we've got this bro here, which we may or may not have showcased. This is one of the first two that I worked on. I think he's looking really nice. And then we've got this guy, which was the of the first two as well. I really like that model. It's very, very cool. And then we've got this guy, which I spent quite a bit of time working on his robes as well. And he's looking really nice so far. In the box art photos, he's got black shoulder pads, so I'll probably try and replicate that. But again, we'll have blacks, dark grays, blues, kind of something to give the illusion of silver. And probably, I think, some brown. I think a lot of them have a little bit of brown too for their straps, their belts, their scabbards, and stuff like that. So I think that'll be pretty cool. We've still got our little ninja guy to work on at some point, so no new updates on him. And we've still got our Patreon giveaway mini to work on, no updates on him, but he's still sitting here. And then if you guys have missed our last couple of Sunday streams, we've worked on the Definitely Not Legolas, and here's where we've gotten with him. I think for the, I believe, 2 sessions we've put into him, he is looking really nice. I think at the time of filming this is Saturday. I think you guys will see this on Monday, so you will have possibly seen the finishing of the model. But at this time tomorrow, which will be Sunday, I want to work on him, and I think I'm going to do a little bit more on his hair. I like where it's at now. I could probably stop, but I think I want to do one more stage on the highlight, and then maybe use a little bit of an ink to tint it all down and bring it together. And I think that'll look good. I think for a very affordable D&D mini from Reaper, well, I say D&D, it's a fantasy mini, ideally for D&D, from Reaper. This guy has come together really nicely, and I really like it. And the only thing we need to do other than finish the hair, that I kind of want to OCD over a little bit, is to base him up and get him done. I think we're going to dig into our Army Painter collection of basic materials and see what we can't tackle with him. Throw up a social media post talking about their basic materials, and tag them on Instagram and so forth as well, which I think would be pretty cool. I've been meaning to do an unboxing or review of their basic material kit for a while, and it just hasn't happened, and I think this is a good time live to whip out that box and try out some of their products on this mini. Outside of the Infinity, though, we do have some other things that I'm going to be trying to tackle here soon, which again, when we finish the Elf Boy here, we're going to have to transition into another mini for our Sunday night streams. And I think for that one, we might switch over to something in the mech category, which you guys who are BattleTech fans or like robots might be excited about this. I did pick up recently, if you guys remember, talking, or if you're from the Facebook group, you remember me talking about the Amazon Prime deal on this guy here. Boom! BattleTech. Now I've got a copy of this box already, but they had these up for $15. I think this is a $60 box. 15 bucks online they had this up, and you could get 2 maximum. So I went ahead and picked up 2. We're sending one out to Teal Security from the community for all the support he's been sending us here, and the other one here is going to be one for the stream. Now I'm going to pop the seal on this guy, and we're going to look at some of the mechs in here and give you guys kind of a quick idea of something we might be working on here soon on stream, if I haven't already by the time you guys see this video. Let's get that wrapping off. There we go. And let's pop her open. Dun dun. Shh. Sound effects. Well, I was trying to go for like a whoosh sound when I peeled this off, but it was not one to cooperate, so there was no grace to that at all. And let's oh, interesting. I don't recall my box showing this. So we have the Shadowhawk, if you guys can see it. It has SHAD, so Shadowhawk, Catapult, Commando, Locust. See, it has the names here. It's pretty cool. We've got the Wolverine, Awesome, Battlemaster, and for some reason this guy's name is eluding me, and it shouldn't be, because this was one of my Thunderbolt. There we go. I say it's one of my favorite ones from the box. I really like him. So what I plan to do on stream is to pick one of these. Let's see if I can zoom this out, because like I keep hitting my paint rack, and it's really hard to get that in focus. There we go. There we go. Even though it's still hard. Even then it's still hard, rather. Got all the infinity stuff here hogging up our space. So I think we're going to pick one of these to paint on stream. I'm not sure exactly which one yet. I'm very partial to the catapult. Maybe we could ask the stream itself which one you guys might want to see worked on. I think the catapult might be good. The thunderbolt could be cool, or the battle master. He could be cool, or hell, maybe even the awesome here might be cool too. It really just depends. These aren't quite as detailed as a standard 40K mini, but I think this would be fun to work on and paint. And what I'll do is I'll paint one of these minis, and then we'll pop it back in the box, and we'll do a giveaway at some point where one of you guys from the community will have an opportunity to win this box set with the painted mini, and then you can paint the other 7 on your own to go with your 2 lances of guys. You'll get all this stuff in here. So this little short story, the set of dice, the Alpha Strike cards. I'm not sure what was supposed to go there. Those cards don't fit, so I guess they were just kind of hanging out here. And then the rule book, or the story, and then in the bottom should have the I think this is just like prepping you on the story. Yeah, this is kind of giving you a prep on the universe. Here's the rule book, because it says rule book, Justin, you can read. You get your mech sheets here. Now, whoever wins this, I highly recommend. Someone in the comments might mention it if Sabat's watching, or Clown Wolf, or maybe Psycho. There's an online resource where you can print off sheets for your mechs. I forget which one it is. Is it Mech Tech? Might not be Mech Tech. I don't think Sarna has it. But there is a resource where you can get them. If you just want to use what's in the box and not have to go find an online source to print your sheets to play, I highly recommend you can pop out this staple here, and you can use a pair of scissors or a what do they call it, paper cutter thing, you know, with the big blade, and you can cut these and then laminate them. Or if you don't want to laminate them, you can get one of those like binder things that that's a clear plastic you can slide papers into, and you can slide these in there so that you can use dry erase on your mechs to keep track of damage, and allow you to reuse these so that you don't have to print one every time. A little bit of extra effort up front, but that'll allow you to maximize the longevity of these sheets. And then we've got some cool dealios here for custom mech creation. If you want to go that route, which is a little bit more advanced. I don't know if they even fully cover it in these rules. These rules are very basic that come in this box. It's really just a taste to get you going, and you can get really more or less advanced as you like. It starts you off not even using all the full rules, the basics. You're not using heat, you're not using a lot of things, and as you go, you start adding in more and more rules for the complexity of it. I don't think it even covers Alpha Strike either. It just gives you the Alpha Strike cards, and that's more the streamlined, speedy gameplay. Here's your 2 paper mats. Again, I'd be very careful with these. These would be a pain in the butt to laminate. They have some neoprene mats, which are nice. The problem with these is the text is often the same color as whatever's under here, or very close. So like you'll see where it says like level 1 light, but it's so hard to read that sometimes that knowing where you are on here on a flat surface is really difficult. It's one of the major complaints I have with BattleTech, is keeping up with 3D terrain for elevation is very, very difficult on these maps because they're flat. You have to read it, and then like knowing that you're on level 2, which can see over level 1 and see this, or if you're on level 2 here, this is level 3 and this is level 1, like who can you see and not see? And like it's hard to visualize just seeing a number. So there's a little bit of crunchiness to the rules, so to speak. And I think that they could have done a little bit better on how they organized these, but for the price of the game, not too big of an issue. And here's kind of the holy grail from the box, so to speak, minus the minis. This thing is super helpful. It's your major cheat sheet, and it gives you basically everything you need to know. Once you know kind of the basics for the game, this breaks down everything for you. So you've got everything you might need. It seems complicated, but once you know exactly what you're doing, this is just a quick reference. You don't have to go to the book. And again, it looks like a small college course cheat sheet, but it's not too bad. A lot of these things you may not even actually be using very frequently. It's just nice to have there when you're like, oh, I need to take a piloting skill roll for this thing, and just knowing where it is, which is pretty useful. Hit location cheat sheet's pretty nice, because you can just roll and look down. You don't have to look at the mech sheets to do it, and then you just fill in your damage. Heat tables and so forth are good, which I think the printouts even have the heat list. Yeah, they do. So like even on here, here's your heat scale, which again, keeping track of that on paper would suck with having to erase. If you put this in a plastic sheet or you laminate it, being able to use a dry erase and wipe it off and change it's really good. But this helps you break down what happens with your heat level, which this cheat sheet, I believe, it doesn't have the heat level, but it tells you certain modifiers too when you're adding heat. So those kind of go hand in hand. But again, if you're using this in conjunction with one of these, it's got basically everything you need, which is pretty cool. Again, this is a pretty crunchy game, crunchy rule set. The more mechs you add, the longer the games take. This is kind of like a role-playing game, so to speak, because you're worrying about everywhere that gets hit, the damage, the armor, your internals, and all that stuff. So it can be a bit crunchy. Alpha Strike is not that way. It's much more streamlined, but it depends on what kind of gameplay you're looking for. And then finally, you've got these dealios here, which are your cardboard punch outs, so that you've got all those sheets, but you only have 8 plastic mechs. What if you want to play with someone and use more, or you want to use duplicates of certain mechs? You've got the cardboard ones, which aren't quite as immersive, but it's nice to be able to have those because this is kind of like a board game. And you get these little tiles to modify your terrain ever so slightly if you'd like. But again, if you approach this as less of a miniatures war game and more of a board game in a box, it's really nice, and you can expand upon your battle mechs and your offerings that are in here based on what you decide you want to pick up later, and you can add more onto that. Now, getting the rule books and the data sheets can be daunting and expensive, so one of the things that I think is worth doing, woo, that was a great noise, I'm sure you guys enjoyed hearing that. But one of the things I think is endearing about this game is keeping it simple. I know that you can go in and you can go full-on Sabat TC or Clan Wolf from the community here, and you can create your mechs and maximum them and do all the cool, crazy, badass shit where this guy's got, a bunch of LRMs and paper for armor, but sits 10 miles away and obliterates, whole cities and makes giant craters. You could do that. But then it comes down to who knows the tech and knows the manuals and knows all the stuff, and then it kind of, at that point, it's not just the gameplay that you're winning at, you're just winning because you know where to find all the stuff to make the cool thing. Kind of like that D&D guy, you guys know what I'm talking about, the one who comes in and he's got traits and skills from 80 different books, and then he just pulls shoots an arrow and rolls a handful of dice and kills everything. He's the murder hobo, I think that's the term. Somebody here? Knock, knock. One of you D&D guys probably knows. I think murder hobo is the term, but I'm not positive. Someone here will probably correct me with the D&D terminology. I feel like that's one I've heard, I think. Anyway, the point still stands. The guy who goes and he maximins his character and he doesn't care about the gameplay per se, the roleplay side. He just wants to just murder bad guys in the game. Murder face, Same thing with this. So for me, the thing I find endearing is just coming in, grabbing some basic data sheets, finding one that fits your playstyle, and just play. Just go and have a good time. If you put yourself in this as a mech pilot, where your mech commander team or your mech officer, commanding officer, whatever, says, you're piloting this mech, this is your job, let's go, and you get in and you go pilot, it's less about what gear modifications you want to do and more about what your commanding officer tells you to do. And I think that's fun to approach it kind of with that philosophy, because then it's less about digging up the cool rules and data sheets and the gear and the lost tech and making your thing, and more about just, let's put some cool stompy robots on the table, roll dice, and blow stuff up, which is what I'm all about. So you can get as granular with this and as crunchy as you want, or go as light and easy and fluffy as you want. It's all up to you, and I think this is a great universe that is underrated and underrepresented in the community. And here soon, if we haven't already, I'm going to paint up a mech from this box, and this box will be given to one of you guys from Twitch. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or concerns about this or Infinity, things you'd like to see me work on, things you'd like to see me play, obviously sound off in the comments below. Love to hear what you have to say. Love to get a conversation started. But on that note, guys, I think that gets us all caught up on our updates for the week. So let's go ahead and turn this camera around here and get to our sign off. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you enjoyed that update about where I want to go with the community, the content creation, things that I want to do, my goals that have not changed. I've just gotten ever more devoted to wanting to get there, and you guys have really been helping throw some coal in the fire to help us grow, which is great. Thank you very much. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing the updates on my Infinity models that hopefully we'll be getting to soon. I don't know if I showed you guys Star Wars in my last vlog. If I didn't, in the next one I'll update you, and then it'll just be weeks behind. But who doesn't like seeing cool minis from time to time? So I'll get you guys updated on that. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the Definitely Not Legolas model. You guys will get to have an opportunity to see that live if you haven't already, and it'll be a giveaway mini. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing the BattleTech, which will be stuff that we're painting soon if I haven't started already, and that'll be a giveaway as well. Now, in closing here today, I do want to let you guys know that we hit our stream donation goal for the month of June, and we will be doing a giveaway at the end of the month. So we will start by giving away another one of these, which this one hasn't shipped out yet. This one was for Teal, but this is another one of the Reaper Paint and Take Home Survival Kits. So I've got another one of those to give away at the end of June. We're going to do a raffle giveaway on Twitch where the winner gets to pick between what they want from the painted stuff. So we've got an Eldar Ranger chick painted from Blackstone Fortress. We've got Dumpster Fire, call sign Dumpster Fire Atlas from BattleTech we've got to give away. We've got the Orc War Boss, the Mega Boss from Age of Sigmar. We've got the Imperial Fist Intercessor that we worked on a while back, and then we'll have the Definitely Not Legolas. So 5 different painted things for you guys to potentially choose from, and the winner gets their pick of what they would like. And then depending on how the rest of the month goes, we may be able to supplement. Oh, I forgot, we got the Red Dragon too. How do I forget? He's sitting here staring at me. He's literally like staring at me. How are you forgetting me? I'm the guardian of your desk. So we'll have the Red Dragon as well, which will be an opportunity for somebody to pick up if they want. If you win, you get to pick. And depending on how the rest of the month goes with donations, subs, and support, we'll see what we could do to supplement our giveaway with some D&D, or D&D, some DRD products as well. Moving forward, I'd like to continue doing giveaways like this at least once a month, not just the painted one, but even if we don't hit our goals, to give something away that's hobby related. So going into July, we'll have another home survival kit that I can give away, and then we'll be out, and I think at that point we might be just about ready for a restock from Reaper. I'm not sure, but I've got a box of minis and so forth that I can make some, maybe not grab bags, but kind of like miniature grab bags. I mean, there's no really way to say it, but like a little collection of minis to offer you guys as giveaways on the stream if we don't have the big Reaper boxes to give away. So I'll try and get that together, and I'll be like, hey guys, have an opportunity to win this thing of minis that you can paint and be exposed to new stuff and try new techniques on, and not feel the full weight of having to invest in minis, you know, to be able to paint some. So just get some cool stuff you might win from the stream. So we'll see what we do. We're going to keep trying to push forward here and grow the community and keep painting content, or painting models, produce content for you guys, and hanging out. So if you're watching this and you haven't been watching me on Twitch and keeping up, hopefully you can make it in. I am still streaming on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday every week. Most weeks I have missed a couple, but for the most part, those are my days. So hopefully we'll catch you guys tuning in. Don't forget, Sundays are our hobby hangout / community showcase day of the week. So if you've got any hobby progress in during the week or recently, or you've played any games, done any D&D, tabletops, anything at all that you'd like to share that's in our realm of hobbying, even if you've painted some traditional stuff on canvas, pop into our Discord, throw in some links in our hobby showcase section, and come hang out with us on Sunday and see your work showcased live. I'll put the spotlight on you for a little bit and get the eyes from the community checking out your work. I think that about wraps up everything we've worked on this week, get you guys up to speed on what we've been doing. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ding the little bell so you get alerts when I put up new content, whenever that might be. If you'd like to be a super supporter, make sure you consider checking out my Patreon page, help support what I do over on Twitch and keep the content flowing over there, and in the future it'll help keep the video content flowing on YouTube as well at some point. If you're interested in picking up some terrain, some stencils, or maybe some of our cool AMP services merch, make sure you check out deathrodesigns.com. Coupon code GETAMPED10 will save you 10%. A portion of those proceeds will be donated to the stream to help me to continue producing content, picking up models, tools, paints, whatever I may need for the stream. And you guys' contributions over there definitely help that. It also helps keep the lights on over at DRD, which helps keep me employed because that's my normal day job. So in closing, I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, keeping your spirits high, and working on your hobbies. But as always, keep rolling those dice, keep painting those models, and I will catch you guys next time.